At last night's MSNBC Democratic Town Hall, Hillary Clinton was once again asked a question that keeps haunting her.
As the Democratic presidential candidate who has delivered speeches to the largest U.S. financial institution in exchange for hundreds of thousands of dollars in speaking fees, why are you hesitant to release transcripts or audio-video recordings of those meetings in order to be transparent with the American people regarding the promises and assurances that you have made to the big banks?
It seems like an easy enough question. Just release the transcripts and we can all see that you were tough on Wall Street. Unless that's not true, and you have something to hide.
I am happy to release anything I have when everybody else does the same, because every other candidate in this race has given speeches to private groups, including Senator Sanders.
To which the Bernie campaign posted this tweet with a link to a paid speech worth $500 that he gave to charity. In fact, Bernie Sanders only made under $2,000 in fees from 3 speaking engagements, giving it all to charity. Compare that to Hillary Clinton, who pocketed $675,000 from Goldman Sachs alone for 3 speeches, not to mention the $153 million that Bill and Hillary Clinton have made in paid speeches since 2001. So after receiving that sort of money for a speech, do you really think she went up there and criticized them? Since 1999, her top 5 donors include 4 financial institutions. After Clinton skirted the question the first time, the man came back with this follow-up.
Only a decade ago, I was a very, very big supporter of yourself and your husband. It actually broke my heart when you said marriage was between a man and a woman. How can we trust that this isn't just more political rhetoric? Please just release those transcripts so that we know exactly where you stand.
A follow-up and a reminder that up until 2013, Hillary Clinton actually opposed gay marriage.
Do you think New York State should recognize gay marriage?
No.
No. Okay.
I believe that marriage is not just a bond, but a sacred bond between a man and a woman.
LGBT Americans are our colleagues, our teachers, our soldiers, our friends, our loved ones. That's why I support marriage for lesbian and gay couples.
Even though she was publicly against it, do I think Hillary Clinton privately opposed gay marriage until 2013? Honestly, I don't. But nationwide, gay marriage didn't reach over 50% support until around that time. So instead of being a leader, she was publicly against it for her own political gain. Issues like this is what sets Bernie Sanders apart from Hillary Clinton. Like a typical politician, Hillary changes her positions based on polling, while Bernie Sanders is a true leader, setting his positions based on principle, on what he thinks is the right thing to do, regardless of how it might hurt him politically. And that includes gay marriage. How do I know? In 1983, as mayor of Burlington, Vermont, he supported the city's first ever Pride Parade. In 1993, he voted against Don't Ask, Don't Tell, legislation which meant gay people in the military could not serve openly. And in 1996, he voted against the so-called Defense of Marriage Act, legislation which kept gay marriage illegal. And here's a clip of him defending the gay community in 1995.
The same people that would vote to cut defense $177 billion, the same ones that would put homos in the military.
Now, my ears may have been playing a trick on me, but I thought I heard the gentleman a moment ago say something, quote unquote, about homos in the military. Was I right in hearing that expression?
Absolutely. Putting homosexuals in the military.
You said something about homos in the military. Was the gentleman referring to the many thousands and thousands of gay people who have put their lives on the line in countless wars defending this country? Was that the group of people that the gentleman was referring to?
I'm talking about the military. People in the military do not support.
That's not what we were talking about. You used the word homos in the military. You have insulted thousands of men and women who have put their lives on the line.
I'm talking about you and liberals like you that keep the...
But how about his positions on Wall Street, corporate influence, crime, and defending the middle class? Well,
what we're discussing now is an issue where some of our friends are saying we're not getting tough enough on the criminals. But my friends, we have the highest percentage of people in America in jail per capita of any industrialized nation on earth. What do we have to do? Put half the country behind bars? We are spending $270 billion a year on the military, but we don't have a major enemy. I know it hurts your feelings. I know you're upset about it. I know you're hoping and praying that maybe we'll have another war. Maybe somebody will rise up. But it ain't happening. I'll tell you who I'm worried about. I'm worried about the fact that our workers are seeing a decline in their standard of living. They want to see our industry be rebuilt.
For granted, one of, I think, the problems of human nature is that when we see things in front of us, day after day, we begin to say, well, that's normal. You know, I just stepped over 3 bodies to get in here of people who are sleeping out on the street. Well, no problem. There are 2 million homeless people in America. That's the way it is. Well, I think we have got to take a deep step backward, re-examine our priorities, and try to redetermine what this country is supposed to be about. In this country, children and adults are not supposed to be hungry. And by the way, I think we've got to raise the minimum wage significantly. They're working for $5 an hour. They're working 40 hours a week, 50 hours a week, and 60 hours a week. And you know what? At the end of that week, they're still in poverty. The wealthiest 1% of our population owns 37% of the wealth of America. That is significantly more than the bottom 90% of Americans own.
And I would urge you, come with me to Vermont, meet real people. The country clubs and the cocktail parties are not real America. The millionaires and billionaires are the exception to the rule.
Now do you want to tell me who the true leader is?